I go by the name StreetRunner, and I'm a multi-platinum Grammy Award winning producer. I produce for Lil Wayne, Eminem, Fabulous, Fat Joe, Terror Squad, Two Chainz Game, Ludacris, the list goes on. That's what I do. So far, my experience at beat camp's been pretty dope. I did one class lecturing on relationships, which is very important in this music business, to maintain relationships with these artists that you deal with. So basically, that was my course. Hopefully, I drop knowledge on some of these kids, so we'll see what's up.
When did you know this was exactly what you were going to do for the rest of your life?
I gave myself no other option. That's how I knew, like there's no choice in the matter. And no plan B. I was just like, you know, even when my parents were like, nah, you need to go to college, you need to go to school, and they were willing to pay for it. I just didn't want it. I was never good at school. I was never good at the school thing, and it wasn't really my thing. But like music, I just excelled, and I just knew. I didn't even know. I can't even play you a piano. I can't play any of that shit. But I could sample the hell out of music. I can tell a piano player how to play right or wrong. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know how something needs to sound. I know how drums need to sound. I could program the shit out of drums. You know, I could arrange a record. I can make a song from start to finish, no problem. I could hear a song before it's even started, just off concepts, like the whole song from the beginning to end. I just know what I'm doing like that. It's just a skill I always had from day one back when I was in high school, like, and that's pretty much it, man. Like, you know.
Who were some of the people that really influenced you as you were crafting your sound, your style?
Oh, this is easy. Dr. Dre. You know, old school Dr. Dre, NWA, Eazy-E days. RZA, 100%. Wu-Tang Clan changed my life, like Wu-Tang's music. DJ Premier, by far, was like definitely influential. Pete Rock, and Havoc. I can't leave Havoc out. Havoc had some shit for all the Queensbridge, like, you know, cats that was doing their thing. Like, Havoc always had some ill shit. So like those were definitely the main influences. But those were guys who mainly got me into wanting to make beats. But like, I really put it together, the whole super producer thing, when the Neptunes, Timberland, and Swiss Beats were doing their thing. That's when I realized there's a business in this, and there's a super producer in this. I think they'll be able to apply what I was telling them about, because I did give them some exclusive content on how to do this and how to handle business. So I'm hoping that they take that and apply it to their efforts and their different things that they engage in, as far as like future business or dealing with artists or dealing with other rappers or producers or R&B singers, whatever the case may be. If they apply that and use it, then I think they can definitely grow and take it to the next level.
You know, I know you judge a lot of showcases, and sometimes there's an overabundance of, you know, cookie cutter trap beats that kind of everybody hears. How important is it for these guys to find their own style, and how do they find their own style?
Nah, this shit is real. Like, y'all need to just stop with taking the same fucking kits that everybody else uses, man. Like, what the fuck are you doing? You're not gonna get nothing cracking. Like, you sound like everybody else. You know what I'm saying? Like, take a sound from that kit, but then like reinvent it, and then add more shit to that sound. If you take one snare that everybody's used, then take another snare and put it on top of it, and then if you gotta stick something else behind that, some other texture sounds, just to make it more you, but like have your own creative influence on your music and on your sounds, because like, yo, like shit is mad generic right now. Like, everybody's taking the same snares, everything's the same. Like, you know, nobody's being creative and innovative. Well, I'm not gonna say nobody, because there is people out there that are innovative with their sounds, you know what I'm saying? But the majority you hear is just doing the same shit.
I think part of the problem is, you know, a lot of people hear what's on the radio now, and they think like this is what's supposed to be out. But I said it earlier, a lot of the records you hear nowadays have been placed about a year and a half, 2 years ago.
I'm gonna tell you what the problem is. The problem is like we used to have to dig for our sounds. like there was no internet. I couldn't go trap kit. And then, ooh, there's a nice trap kit. And then, guess what? That trap kit that popped up, probably every motherfucker in this room's got that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's all there is to it. Like, you need to find your own sounds, your own sonics, you know, your own shit, and just dig for that shit. Like, search far and wide. Like, go all over the place for it. Like, don't just...
Or even create your own sounds, too.
Create your own sounds. Like, you know, that happens. Like... You know, find innovative ways to make drum breaks. Find innovative ways to make snares and be creative. And that's how, like, look, man, these guys that I look up to, like the Pharrells, the Swizz Beats, you know, all these guys have their sounds, and they had their own drums that when they dropped, you knew they were who they were. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to beat camp, I co-sign it 100% because, like, this is the opportunity for producers to meet other producers, not only on like a major level, but then also like other producers that are on the same level, and hear critiques and be able to grow and hear what other producers around them are doing musically, or get new ideas. I'm pretty sure any producer who comes here and leaves here, they definitely have some kind of inspiration to take it to the next level. So this is by far the best outlet for producers to do what they got to do. But like, I'll be honest with you, like, I didn't have none of this when I was coming up, so like, to see these guys have this, they should feel very important and special. That's my whole look on the situation. Yo, all day, every day, shout out to my mans Hatch, Don, the whole iStandard camp, SAE, their facility, their studio, their school, you know, all that. And yeah, that's pretty much it. StreetRunner, keep doing your thing.
This is something that really comes from the producers to the producers, and you know, we're really trying to make a mark here. What we do at iStandard, and we know you've done some things, and we appreciate you supporting us as well. We consider you family. So this is called the iNfluence Award for Legend in the Making. Y'all give it up for StreetRunner, man.
This shit is kind of heavy too.
Yeah, don't drop that shit.